Hello, TCG and Lorcana enthusiasts, and welcome to another deck and gameplay video. Well, Ursula's Revenge is right around the corner. Of course, I believe it releases in late May. I believe the same time around like Blazing Aura for Dragon Ball Super Fusion World drops as well. So both are very, very close. Of course, once the set releases, we will start looking at decks for that set, post that set, and all that. Of course, maybe thinking about some of the older strategies that come up through, of course, into the Inklands and seeing how they can evolve with the new stuff. Honestly, the reveals have looked pretty cool. I think there's some neat stuff coming out of Ursula's Revenge. But anyways, today we are checking out Mill. We checked out Mill at the beginning of Lorcana, so that was the Chapter 1 set, and it did pretty well for us. So let's take a look at it now that we're post into the Inklands. We got 4 Merfolk, 4 Flynn Rider, 3 Do It Again, 3 𝐒𝐿, 4 Ursula, 4 Donald Duck, and 4 Lady Tremaine. Or no, 3 Lady Tremaine, sorry. That is, of course, our Emerald Engine. For the Steel Engine, we got 4 Captain Hook, 3 Mr. Shmee, 3 Binge, 4 Let the Storm Rage On, 3 Smash, 3 Strength of a Raging Fire, 3 The Prince, 4 Then Came Zeus, 4 A Whole New World, 2 Beast, 2 Captain Hook, 4 Grab Your Swords, and finally 4 Tinkerbell. Now, again, we're playing a large variety of the high-cost characters, being Tinkerbell. Captain Hook can shift over Captain Hooks for like a 3 cost, so it is a little cheaper. And of course, we have the Beast, because we need our 5 cost characters to be able to sing for us for free our Whole New World, which the mill strategy runs off of. You use Whole New World to mill your opponent's deck out. Now, originally when I built this, I had like 4 beasts in here, but after realizing the fact that beast is a mandatory draw, it's not so good of an idea that if we're somehow out-drawing our opponent, to be milling ourselves faster than we mill our opponent. So I dropped the beast down to 2 and buffed up the Donald Duck by 1, just so that we can use him to draw, because Donald Duck is a you may draw. So if our opponent draws a card and we don't draw a card, our opponent now lost yet another card, and we can mill them out for 1 less card we need to mill them out with. So that's the reason why I did Donald Duck over the Beast, because honestly, Donald Duck's a may draw, the Beast is a must draw. So we don't want to push our deck limit lower than our opponent, because then we don't work. So to compensate that, we threw in a couple Captain Hooks. You could buff this up to 3 Captain Hooks, because we do have to do a 4-3 split. I'm doing a 4-2 split. But anyways, he just shifts for 3. He's already there, so meaning the second we get a Whole New World, we can just go Whole New World, mill our opponent's hand away. They draw a fresh hand, we draw another hand. And again, just because the fact is we can do this multiple times depending on how many level 5s we have. So that is the deck. Let's take it to the ladder in a best 2 out of 3 and see how well we do. Alright, our first matchup is against Steel Amethyst. Ooh, is it Broom Control? By the way, Brooms did get a whole bunch of new support out of the coming Ursula's Revenge set, so I'm actually pretty excited for Brooms. Honestly, I don't think we need these. Let's Do It Again isn't going to help us. We could keep the Let the Storm Rage On. It's not a non-inkable, so we don't have a lot of inkable stuff, as you can see here. A Flynn Rider and so far a Cloud Kicker. But it is good on our turn 3 play to remove, but I think it's better to get it out of our hand, and let's see if we can't draw something that's inkable. Okay, so we didn't draw Captain Hook, which kind of sucks for us because... But again, if we draw Captain Hook at any point in time, we could just use it. And again, Mr. Shmee does only take 1 damage, again, if there's not a captain on the board. So, not a bad starting hand. Again, I like Cloud Kicker in this because the fact he gets to spin something back, it does stop momentum for our opponent. So there is that. And of course, we are playing the very nuisance, really good, just emerald cards of like Flynn Rider and Merfolk. That's it. Of course, we got the Robin Hood down, which means he is playing the 3-drop Robin Hood, which will be kind of a nuisance because 𝐒𝐿 can't return that. Now, if he somehow doesn't do anything with that Robin Hood, if we can, let's see, the Robin Hood shifts on a 3-cost body, so he'll shift on 3. So there's almost just like a point of not doing anything, waiting for like a storm rate, like getting like things, like waiting for Strength of a Raging Fire so we can knock out this Robin Hood. Well, the captain's hook is pretty nice on that. Wow, that's actually super nice for us. It's too large. Honestly, I think the kit's gonna go. I think we're gonna put out Captain. Oh, let's do. Because then next turn, all we can do is, again, if he doesn't have the shifting of the Robin Hood just this turn, we can go, like, Flynn Rider into the Inkwell, shift over for Captain Hook, and then have Captain Hook sink Strength of Raging Fire. Mr. Shmee can't threaten Captain Hook because he's actually at 3 power or less. Not mentioning we are Challenger. Oh, well, Captain Hook is gone. Must have figured out what we were doing. Well, that kind of sucks, but nothing to do about it. Unless we somehow draw another captain. Honestly, I'm going to put the Flynn Rider away, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put out 3 characters. Again, it's a bad thing because, again, this Robin Hood's about to shift over for the other Robin Hood. But it's not impossible for us to out it. It's easy as just going Captain Hook, shift, sing, grab your swords, and then basically, like, swinging Mr. Shmee over the remaining of the Robin Hood. Yeah, it'll get, yeah, there's the shift. I knew it was coming. I think, honestly, if he had not killed the Captain Hook, I would have 100% shifted, and then... Okay, so he's not going to quest with it. Interesting. God, it's a 3-6 body. I thought it was a 3-5 body. Must have been losing my mind, kids. Now the big question. Well, there's a smash, which is pretty nice. Okay, honestly, I think the strength can go. I want to keep the smash because there is some use to that card right now for us. Okay, so then Captain Hook can sing this. The Robin Hood really isn't a threat, like I said. We shift with the merfolk, and Mr. Shmee sacrifices himself. Or Mr. Shmee honestly doesn't sacrifice himself. Lucky enough, this Robin Hood can't threaten this Captain Hook because he's at 3 cost, which is nice. So he could threaten to knock out the merfolk, gain 2, but he sacrifices a card. Alright, was not expecting him to go for the smash. Interesting. Of course, we will go for smash over that, because it's just better. But in other news, I, of course, going to be attending Gen Con once again in August. And, you know, the events all got released. Well, most of them. More events will probably be appearing up in the future. But yeah, most of them got just released out yesterday. So I made my wish list. I'm doing Star Wars X-Wing Marvel Crisis Protocol. Doing a side event for DBS Fusion World, doing the DBS region on Sunday, and of course I'm going to check out the Star Wars Unlimited game as well. I am just going to sacrifice the Captain Hook here. Or not sacrifice, but take the punching damage, and we're going to put out this Donald Duck. Pass. Alright, but anyways, when I was looking through that, I found, like, no Lorcana events at all. Like, nothing. There was nothing Disney Lorcana. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough. You all can let me know down in the comments if that's completely wrong. If Lorcana events were 100% actually there and I just happened to miss them. So we're both going to draw here. We still haven't seen, like, our mill engine, but nonetheless. Honestly, I'm going to put this Benjo away. This way, if we do happen to draw one of our 5-cost characters, or heck, even just a whole new world right now, I'd play that. Yeah, it does give him a fresh hand at 5. Okay, I'm sure. I guess Donald Duck isn't made for this world. Ugh. Well, we're going to get rid of that Robin Hood here. So we can go Flynn Rider. And I'm going to smash out that Robin Hood. I just don't want him to... I want him to hard cast into another of the... I think he's a 5... He's a 5-drop, so you could play him in this. Of course, it's got location now. Even better. Oh, we did get a Captain Hook, which is a challenger, by the way. I don't think he challenged. Oh no, he does get it because he'll be challenging the location. But again, another just card that can't be challenged by character or can't be attacked by characters with 3 costs or less, which does mean this Merlin's Rabbit isn't going to be useful here. But yeah, it's very interesting to me that there just isn't like Lorcana events. Like I haven't seen like, maybe I missed them, maybe they'll come up, but it's interesting that Ravensburger last year at Gen Con was releasing Lorcana. And yeah, why it was selling out and it was madness and it was insanity and all of that. Again, I'll knock that out next turn. But honestly, I would have thought they would have like had some kind of challenger event. Maybe it's because they probably would have done it like in the stadium, and the stadium is quite full as it is. Well, there goes Captain Hook, everybody. Hope you enjoyed him. He's gone. I can't keep any of my things. There goes, that's a smash now, so now I've lost that too. Oh, right, this rabbit's a 4 cost. It's so interesting that then Kane Zeus is a 4 cost instead of being a 5 cost card. Well, I mean, we're not out of it. He's got way more lore on us right now. But I can easily swing an Ursula into this, knocking it out. But the problem is he's drawing on me. Yeah. Honestly, folks, I see the writing on the wall. I'm conceding. All right, well, game 1 wins our opponent. On to game 2. All right, game 2 is against Emerald Amethyst. But on the topic of Gen Con, it's interesting to me that you would have thought that the place that first released and showed off Lorcana, you know, where the madness was as we get rid of all this high stuff. We'll keep the Prince because he is a low-cost character. But you would have thought they would have all had this sense of, actually, that's pretty nice, that, you know, we're going to release all this stuff for you. We're going to do a regional event there. Maybe it's just the fact that they couldn't get space. It's just odd to me Ravensburger was there. I didn't even see them under, like, the people that are actually going to be at the convention. Again, if that's not right, and you guys actually found Ravensburger, let me know. Maybe they're under a different name than the one that we know them by, which is Ravensburger. But it's just odd to me. Now, I don't know. Maybe if there were more Lorcana stuff, I don't know if we'd ever see like what we saw last year at Gen Con for Lorcana, with like the massness and the insanity to try to get Lorcana product. We honestly, we only need like one. But like all of that craziness that we saw when they're like lines at Gen Con, people literally sleeping overnight there so they can get product. Honestly, yeah, whoops is right. You just kind of passed there. Honestly, Flynn Rider does feel pretty nice at this point. Captain Hook feels nice too, and we do have the Prince to be a bodyguard. This actually is kind of tough. Honestly, I think I'm going to put the Flynn Rider away, and I think I'm going to put out Captain Hook. And honestly, if he wants to come... Oh, I should have put out the other merfolk. I still had one more. Shoot. I should have put out the other merfolk. That way I could have had 3 characters on board presence. Well, I guess... Okay, so... I mean, it was either he swings over the cursed merfolk and basically deals me a damage and doesn't get the draw. And I just... well, I probably wouldn't swing Captain Hook into there, all honesty, because that kills me. Oh, that kind of sucks because I did have a song in there. That was actually pretty good. Yeah. Oh, there goes my Strength of a Raging Fire. No more Strength of Raging Fires here, folks. We're just going to put the Ursula away. I'm going to bodyguard up the Prince. That way I can go... These 2 can quest. And then basically she has to come at me. But the problem is I may resist 1 where she's 1 damage. So I don't take any pain here. And not mention that the Prince has got 2 lore on him as well. I don't know. Maybe you could cut this mill deck down to 60 cards. Maybe like 65 if you found a couple of places. Maybe even just taking out the beast and just writing like... Taking out the beast altogether and not using him. Well, that's kind of dangerous there. That is Madam Him's snaky woman. Well, lucky enough, we can remove Madam Him's snaky woman. This is a Challenger 3, that's what I thought. Madam Him's snaky woman has now perished. And I'm going to keep this Captain Hook up. Basically, if he comes in, swings the Rafiki over my prince, or swings into my prince, I'll basically just keep the Captain Hook up, and then swing him into, of course, Rafiki. Rafiki will die by Captain Hook. And goodness for that resist 1, baby. Neat mechanic. Definitely neat mechanic. But yeah. Ugh, of course. We did not draw. I don't even have that many non-ink stuff.
Wait, out there, but the what's that?
All right, I'm trying to quest with a character that just came in. This is not Dragon Ball. My mind is on Dragon Ball because I've been recently like grinding through the Fusion World client to try to get up to, of course, plat. Before, of course, the season ends on the Fusion World client.
Just
right now we have game. We literally had game right now, so he's going to do bosses on a roll. I actually never. So he's going to be able to gain a lore here, and he's going to be able to do this twice. He's going to be able to look at top 5, and unless all those cards go to literally the bottom of his deck, then he could look at another top 5. Or, I guess if he sends a few to the bottom and then looks at a couple. The problem is, unless he's going to draw them, unless he's literally going to draw them, that's the thing. So he resets, gains a lore, he does it again. The big question is, it doesn't tell me what he, of course, put on top and bottom. I don't have a right to know. It doesn't say reveal the cards and then put them on top or bottom so your opponent knows. It's you look at them, you get to the side, you put them top and bottom. Again, a very neat concept because, again, Lorcana doesn't have a natural shuffling mechanic into it. My one thing is, like, unless you have the ability to draw cards, what are you doing? Like, honestly, look at this. I have 7 lore sitting here right now. 2, 4, 6, and 7. 7, 8, 9, 10. I win by via the essence of lore. That's what I thought. Okay. Well, game 2 went to us. We got a game 3 to play. Let's hope maybe we can do the mill engine. Maybe? Alright, we're against one of the best decks of the format. Of course, Amethyst Roping. Of course, I think the other one is, of course, Emerald Steel Control as well. Because unlike where Dragon Ball, I have this feeling of where I kind of want to go with it, kind of like where I want to play with the deck. I just haven't felt this like urge to play Lorcana in physical yet. I don't know. I can't explain it. Where like I wanted to play like Dragon DBS Fusion World in physical, but I just haven't played. Like I don't have this desire right now to play Lorcana in physical. Maybe until like Ravensburger does like maybe like a reprint set. We don't need 2 of these right now. Maybe Ravensburger did like a reprint. It may push me into the game because honestly, right now, if you look at like the starting price of getting into some of these decks, they're pretty high up there for cost. So maybe if, they could do like a reprint, maybe that would be a pretty good idea. I probably am going to still quest and threaten with the, I think I'm going to put the Captain Hook away. I'm probably still going to quest with the Merfolk, bring out Flynn, and then next turn I can easily just go let the Storm Rage on, knock out the Queen of Hearts. Not mentioning he loses a card here for swinging in on his attack. So honestly, maybe I don't know. Maybe it'd been better not to quest here, and then just wait out a turn, and then go Storm, knock out Queen of Hearts, and then quest and see what he plays. And it's a lot of questioning, like, is it the time to quest? Is this worth the quest? I mean, I'm sitting here with 4 lore. He's sitting there with a single lore. And now he's sitting with 2 lore. Honestly, the Beast probably isn't a bad thing to keep right now. Yeah, we're going to go for the nuke. Get rid of that. We'll draw our second Beast. All right. Well, we got both in hand now. We'll quest. I mean, honestly, I'll pace him. The fact of the matter, this is a And not mentioning this only has 5 will, so it's not strong. It calls me. Interesting. Okay, so we got the rabbit now. He gets a draw here. Another cursed merfolk. Oh, let's put that away. I'm going to put out Donald. I mean, if he swings on this Flynn, he's discarding a card and not questing. So, and right now I have advantage. I can literally next turn play the beast. And then, heck, I can even just have Donald sing like Storm Rage on. Honestly, I don't know if I want to give him the draw off the rabbit. Or just simply like swing Donald into the bazaar or Agrabar and like remove it altogether. Like swing into that with this and then like on that play beast so I can then start drawing to. Now, again, we do have to be cautious on the fact that because I'm now going to be drawing to a turn, I'm now being forced to draw. Now, again, the Donald here is going to help the fact of pushing him down maybe a slightly smaller amount of cards. I mentioned the rabbit does do this as well when being removed. This is a, I guess it's a 𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐘, so he doesn't have to draw. So he's going, yeah, he's going to swing rabbit into Flynn. Interesting, you decide to get rid of the Madam Him Fox.
Another Agrabar.
Okay, just spam all the locations. Just spam them all. All the location spam. My favorite type of spam is location spam. It may have been better just to play these two individually. The problem is, now he's definitely claiming a lot more lore than I am. He's getting, he's getting 5 lore basically off his locations. He's going to he's going to outspam me with locations. Maybe now even in this deck, maybe it's even like worth putting like 2, Titans in here. Oh, okay, more locations. Why not? Why not more locations? I mean, he just attaches the rabbit. He gets a draw. Well, okay, well, that's nice. At least I can, like, nuke a location out of existence here this turn. Okay, so... Didn't get anything, like... Sing to nuke that location out of existence. Probably should have just naturally done... Honestly, swing to that, use this, knock that location out. That way I don't have to deal with it. And then I'm going to put out Captain Pass. The thing is, if he hits the beast here, I can knock out all his locations in this turn. No shot. I can also knock out that rabbit here. I forget to put something in my inkwell. I might have. I think I should have put this Mr. Smee in my inkwell. Okay, so he is going to knock out the beast here. He's going to go for the draw. Nothing I can do about it. Now the big question is, did he get like Madame Medusa? Honestly, if he got, okay, he's going to draw 2 here. I think I can remove all these locations this turn easy. That will put him on, that'll set him back because I knocked out the locations. Again, location spam is typically, while I would not like to say that's a deck, spamming up locations being via a deck, but you know what? Sometimes they have to be decks. Sometimes spamming locations is a style of deck. How much do I actually get in power? Get a +4 power. So I go to 7. So I knock a single location out. So he puts one more. He's up to 7. He's got the Madam Him Fox. Oh, he's going to run into the beast here. Okay. Well, that knocks them both out, which means, of course, I don't have, Oh, there's another Donald Duck. Well, I'm slowly milling him out via the other means of mill.
It might be a good idea to get some more.
Okay, let's do this. Shift. We'll knock this out because that actually... Okay, so we do get that challenge. We do get Challenger 3, which does give us a 5 there. So that's actually pretty nice. After that, let's put out this Prince. And we will pass. I mean, I'm not dead. We're close to it. We're close to it. I literally next turn swing this in, knock it out. We quest, and we quest for 4 here. Okay, well, that's not exactly something I wanted to see, especially because if he can get the bouncing started. Spam them all. Sure. Well, there's a whole new world. So like to the party. I don't exactly want to give him it. Okay, honestly, we're going to quest. Knock that out for 5, so knock the location out. So what does he get? He gets 3. Okay, we play this. We play that. Problem is he gets a bunch of draws here. I mean, it's not great, but it is close. We finally actually saw the mill part of our engine. It just took him going down to 37 cards and us going down to 47. Now, don't expect me to suddenly mill him out here, folks. We honestly couldn't do it. Mattering on what he plays, that's the thing. He goes up to 18 here. I kill the Merlin Goat. He goes to 19. So anything that literally comes out basically wins him the game. If he gets a guy out with at least 2 lore on them, he can win the game. Or just spam the board with a bunch of weenies. Honestly, that's the win condition as well. It just didn't help that all those locations were literally sitting there for so long. Nothing you can do about it, honestly. Well, we've seen 2 from Madam Him Fox. I don't even know. Have I seen a snake? Did I see a snake? Because he could bounce here. So the ocean's going to call to him now. What does this thing do? I read it once, but I haven't seen anyone use it. Okay, so then he just... There's a weird style, and I don't know, like, maybe that's a good card at some point. Like, said, it calls to me, in my opinion, is not that bad of a card. If we could see stuff that could synergize, if we could see cards that synergize with the drop zone. If the banished area could be, like, synergized with, I think we could see more, like, stuff out of that. Okay, so we're not dead here. The only thing is, did he get his hands on a Madam Him Fox? If he got his hands on a Madam Him Fox, I am going to be very set. So we draw again. I don't want to knock out this goat, but there's almost a point of doing it. Because I can challenge, knock it out, that puts him down to 19. Like, what are the chances he's running the book? What's the chances he's running the book that pays the lore and then pays the ink and then gains you a lore? I've never seen this deck play it. But then again, I've never seen any deck play It Calls Me a Milo Thatch. I mean, I've seen these decks like cycle between the locations before. I've seen 2 Madam Him Fox. He would need exactly Merlin Goat. He would need exactly Merlin Goat to win. That's what he would need. Exactly a Merlin Goat. But he would need exactly that to win. I have 8 on board. We'll just play naturally.
Just untold it.
Well, he could also do Be Prepared. This deck does have Be Prepared as well. So there's the rabbit, draw 1. The goat is a 4-drop, I believe, if I recall. Oh my gosh, we won! Oh my gosh, we actually did it. Oh man. Close game though. Whew, close game. Well, I hope you enjoyed the deck and the gameplay. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on both. Also, let me know down in the comments, do you think that Ravsburger is going to be at Gen Con? Are they at Gen Con? Have you seen Lorcana events now posted for Gen Con? Again, you can do all your wish list stuff for Gen Con, which is, of course, in August. So, again, if you're someone new, you're still picking up your cards, you have plenty of time to save up those paychecks, pay for those cards, get them slowly into your collection. But do you think, after all the insanity at the Gen Con when, of course, Lorcana was officially getting released, do you think that Ravsburger should be there, selling Lorcana, getting hype up with Lorcana, doing more stuff for Lorcana? Let me know down in the comments. And if there were tournaments at Lorcana, would you go if you got a Gen Con ticket? Let me know. I'm Warrior Comedy. Do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on Mama Dragon's TCG.